Hello everyone, this is Serenes here, back another awesome Halo 5 video for you guys today. And I'm very excited today guys to finally deliver my final episode of the Champion High free-for-all August season gameplays today. Now, 40 episodes of this great series, and I really hope you've enjoyed every single one of them. And to finish things off here with this great series today guys, I'm matching up against another Champion free-for-all player, which is PowerSweat in this video. PowerSweat was a Champion free-for-all player, quite a high Champion free-for-all player actually, and was obviously an alternate of some sort because I looked at the gamer card because I checked his stats and saw that he had a nearly a 50% win ratio in free-for-all, which is really good. I mean, that's like winning 1 in 2, each 2 games played, you win at least one of those roughly. So he was pretty good. I mean, to do that at this level is quite impressive for a Champion free-for-all player. So he was just showing you the gaming tag on the screen here. So this was someone, an alternate who was pretty good at the game, and I couldn't actually decipher who it was. A few familiar people were on his list, but I don't know who specifically it was. But it was a good player regardless. And I matched up against PowerSweat, Champion free-for-all player in this gameplay, and also ObsidianSpectR, who was of the Spartan company Devastated at this time. I don't know if he's still a member, but he was at the time of this video. So, and ObsidianSpectR had a pretty ridiculous Onyx rating as well, and the other players were Onyx players. So it's a pretty good matchup. Again, Riptide free for all, so not the best map to watch. I do appreciate that Riptide is not really a great one to watch, but I really hope you guys enjoy this gameplay today, as it's the final one against another Champion free for all player regardless, and a pretty good one at that. So I definitely felt it was a nice one to end things off on, to be honest, after a cooldown period from all the other amazing gameplays that I've put up. I had a really nice start to this gameplay, but before I'd like to commentate the final gameplay, I would just like to comment on the fact of why I did this series and the main highlights of this series, so you guys can look back upon that. And I will put in as well those sort of buttons that come at the end of the video to say go to the next episode here, or you can go back to the previous episode here and all that good stuff. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed this series. The main reason I wanted to do this series is to highlight again, as I did from the early days, is to look back upon all my really great gameplays in the Champion High free-for-all August season that I did for this season, and just to kind of show you how to play Champion free-for-all on Halo 5, because I think this was the one thing that I was good at in this game. The other playlists, not so much, to be honest, but I really enjoyed free-for-all in this game, and definitely sort of learning the ways of free-for-all was hard at first, because when I started playing free-for-all in this game, I did start with some alternate accounts, and it was quite rough in the beginning, but eventually I started beating people, like I said, like Turley, B11 as well, and Drifted, and all these really good players, and I thought to myself, like I said, I can definitely achieve these kind of wins on my main account and get the all desired champion rank in August. So that's why I decided to make so many of these videos, because I did a whole season of Champion free-for-all and maintained my champion from beginning to end, and acquired so many sick gameplays along the way, various different games against top players. So I started off things with HCS Lee, really good player. I also started with J2 MME as well. Squall NK was some of the first few people I was really happy to beat, and then it led into names like AG Pioneer, Aimless OG, who are really good players as well from the EU, and some really top players there. Also leading on after that, I moved on to match up against Champion 1 NYC at that time, halfway through the season, an epic matchup. Or also playing against Chaos and Massive XL and matching active a fair few times, towards near the end of the season. And then playing Milkshake as well was a really tremendous thing as well. So really, probably my 3 favourites would be AG Pioneer matchup, NYC and Milkshake gameplays. And then to wrap things off, we've got more Champion free-for-all gameplay against people like Reassure. Also, I think Laris Farm is a Champion free-for-all player. Also those other 3 champions in the previous Riptide free-for-all, now PowerSweat. So some really great gameplays along the mix, against many Champion free-for-all players throughout the season. So I was just so excited to deliver all of that great content. I really hope you guys have enjoyed it. And I know that many of the maps have changed now, including Riptide, which has now got a camo on it and a few additional changes to where the Hydra is and that kind of stuff. But so definitely a few changes to be aware of. But you know, the same principles of the way to play free-for-all still apply. But I mean, the addition of the camo on this map just means that every, you know, if you get the first camo, then you should be going back for it every 2 minutes, 2 seconds to get it back again. And you know, go for the power up at the last second and be discreet about it, and make sure you use the map in a circular motion in the same way. So I will maybe play free-for-all in the future. I don't know at the moment, because after I get the helmet with my company, I'm looking to stop playing Halo 5 for a while. But you never know, I might decide to play free-for-all again in the future, but couldn't say for certain at the moment. So I kind of achieved everything I had to do with this game in August with regards to that, and would like to do other things now with Halo content as well. And also, you know, I'm making a Halo 5 montage, so I don't really need to progressively play the game as much as I was, you know, and especially since we're getting the helmet soon with complexity. So I just hope you guys really enjoyed this series of videos. I really enjoyed it as well, and I just wanted to spend a little bit of time today talking about all those awesome times that we've had in this season, and just to celebrate really, guys. And I really hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you do watch this video, just please let me know what you thought of the season on the whole in the comments section. I'd really like to read the comments, and you know, just whether this helped you to play you know, free-for-all you know, for yourself, and if it was helpful, or if any improvements, you know, could be made to the videos, please don't be shy and write in the comment section. But coming back to this gameplay, guys, I haven't really talked about it too much. I'm happy to say that when I was having a bit of a down period at the 7 kill mark, I was able to talk about more of the you know, so how happy I was to do this series. But you know, going up against PowerSweat and ObsidianSpectR was pretty exciting. I knew that PowerSweat was pretty good because I think I matched him prior to this gameplay, and I think he may have won that match. I can't really remember now, but I remember him being pretty good regardless in the match. I think I played him in a match, and then we played this game, and I won this game. But I can't remember the details of that first match, if I'm honest. So, but I know that he was good, and he did have like nearly a 50% win ratio in free-for-all, so whoever he was pretty good. And you know, definitely you know, getting a really good start to this game has enabled me to you know, sort of lay back a little bit when I was sort of dying a bit. So having a good start to a free-for-all will definitely make it easier on you with regards to time factor, and you know, being able to sort of you know, take a few extra deaths before you actually get a kill. So as I've said before, guys, with the previous you know, episode of the Champion High free-for-all August season gameplays I've posted, it's much, you know, Riptide free-for-all like other maps as well. It's very much you know, playing it in a circular way. It's really important that you actually, you know, move around this map with regards to, you know, being flexible on the map and, you know, poaching the kills. It's definitely important to realise when to push into an area and when not. You'll know, like, based on the situation and what you can hear on the map, whether it's going to be a good time to push or not. Because at this point I'm not really hearing much action, I'm quite, you know, happy and content to stay where I am. I like this area in tunnels because you've got a good access point to the sniper rifle here and all this surrounding area leading to Blue Room. And if I went down the tunnel the other way back to this part of the map, the Riptide section I'm approaching now, I've got, you know, two sort of main battle locations I'm linked to by that tunnel. The only bad things about this play of using the tunnel and Riptide free-for-all is you can get caught off quite a lot because you're in the bottom mid scenario, and people can just sort of come down on you with a storm rifle and nade into there and kill you. So you do have to be a bit careful, because if that happens, there isn't really a lot of opportunity to escape. And I think when I was at the 7 kill mark in this game, if you watch it back, you would have seen that I died quite a lot, and that's because I was, you know, continuously going bottom mid a bit too much. So you do have to be a little bit careful of that happening to you as well. But I think if you have the commanding lead and you know, nothing's really happening, or you're not really seeing anything, then it's a really great, you know, position to position yourself, because sometimes people, as well from the back spawns of Riptide near where the Hydra spawns, they sometimes come into that tunnel from the other entrance. So, you know, if you're crouching there, you're gonna be able to easily kill them with a crouched assault rifle or the, you know, storm rifle, what have you. So at this point here, guys, you know, I've been in control of it for most of the game, and that's the way it needs to be in free-for-all. Definitely helps if you're in the lead for most of the game, because you don't have to make such, you know, outrageous plays to try and win the match. You did see me do that a few times in this season, actually to Sura guy on this map as well. Actually, when I played him on Riptide Free For All, I mean, that was possibly the most ridiculous comeback I've probably ever seen, which was, I think, it was episode 28, and it was it was a complete blowout for poor Zach. But quite often come back to that nature where he has 24 kills and I had 18. Not very often that you win that kind of match, but definitely having the lead for most of the game will definitely help you to make it easier on yourself to secure the win. So definitely being in charge of that situation will make it easier for you. But you have to be on top of the game even towards the end. Like I told you before, don't slow down your playstyle. Don't change the way you're playing just because you've got a little bit of a lead at the end, because players can come back on that. Remain aggressive, be sure of yourself, be sure of your challenges, be sure of your decisions towards the end of the gameplay, because they're possibly the most important ones you need to make, to be honest. I definitely feel with Halo 5 Free For All, and like Free For Alls on other games as well, your start isn't so important as important as your end. So if you have a really good end, if you can clutch it in the end, that's much more important than clutching it out in the beginning, because sometimes people just get a lucky start to Free For All and then they just completely flop the game. So I would say the best time to go clutch, which is often the time that I do go clutch if I'm going to win the game, is usually the end. Usually I really drill it in at the end and make sure that I win the game. So at this point here, really nice choice to use the combo for those last few battles. I just wanted to be sure that I would get kills because it was starting to get a bit stagnate and I wasn't really picking anything up. Really nice previous 2 kills. That last combo use was a little bit, I didn't have enough time to whip out the VR, but I managed to catch off ObsidianSpectR here for the final match winner. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed my gameplays of the August season playing in Champion Division 4 Free For All. I personally really enjoyed doing this series, and it was my favourite thing about Halo 5, getting so many sick wins and some really great gameplays for the channel. I just really hope you guys enjoyed all of these great episodes, and I look forward to posting much more varied Halo content, also a Halo 5 montage pretty soon. So guys, this was Serenes back with my last episode of Champion High Free For All August season gameplays, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.